You want a part of me? Well, I'm not selling cheap.
Welcome back, everyone. In part one, we talked a little bit about neoliberalism and how in neoliberalism we're pressured to sell ourselves to other people as investors so that they invest in us. And part of the way we do that is reading the market to find out what people might want and what they're attracted to and emphasize those parts of ourselves. To understand a bit how that works, we're going to look at celebrities. It's a bit of a hyperbolic example, but it'll give us a way into talking about this. Celebrities are commodities, not just producers and promoters of commodities. They have value, and that value is directly related to their relationship with their audience. Graham Turner is a scholar who studies celebrities, and he rather bluntly says, celebrities are developed to make money. Their names and images are used to market films, CDs, magazines, newspapers, television programs, even the evening news. Media entrepreneurs want celebrities involved with their products because they believe it will help them attract audiences. Another celebrity studies scholar, David Marshall, suggests that celebrities attract audiences and gain value through their primary art form as actors, musicians, singers, and athletes, as well as extra textual dimensions of interviews, advertisements, commercial endorsements, award nights, and premieres. So you might like an actress because she performed really well in your favorite movie, but you might also like her because she's funny when she does late night talk show interviews. Or you might like her because she talks about how difficult it was to grow up poor, and you identify with her because you also grew up poor. Whatever the reason, the fact that you like her means that when she releases a new movie, you're more likely to see it, or when she appears on a talk show, you are more likely to watch it, or when she is in a Pepsi commercial, you're more likely to pay attention. She has value as a commodity. Let's look at Megan Fox as an example. After appearing on numerous sitcoms, her breakout role was in the first live-action Transformers movie. She's very clearly and obviously sexualized in that movie, and as she has been throughout all of her sitcom appearances. Men's magazines like Maxim and Esquire began to feature her prominently. In a 2009 interview with the New York Times Magazine, Fox talked about the experience of interviewing with those men's magazines. When I sit down to talk to men's magazines, there's a certain character that I play. She shows up to do men's magazines interviews. There's something so ridiculous about always being in your underwear in those magazines, and you know the interview is going to run opposite those pictures. So there's a character that talks to all of them. This character is outspoken and frequently says outlandish things that raise eyebrows. For example, Fox has told men's magazines that she had an affair with a female erotic dancer, that working for Michael Bay is like working for Hitler, and that speaking in tongues as part of a Pentecostal church is a sensual bodily experience. These provocative and often controversial statements aren't mistakes. They're part of a character that Fox and her advisors create. They're part of a larger public relations strategy. She explains how this works to the New York Times Magazine. You have to be put in a box in this industry so they can sell you. They need to get hits on their blogs or sell their magazines, so everyone is something. And if I'm not a party girl, which I'm not, I then have to be the outrageous personality. Lynn Hirschberg, the author of the 2009 article, sums up this strategy as, Fox understood instinctively that noise plus naked equals celebrity. She created a rebellious, frankly sexual persona and talked her way into the limelight. There's a danger in being too outlandish. If Fox gets caught fabricating a story, she'll be outed as a phony and lose some of the value she has acquired as a commodity. Therefore, she must take verifiable facts about her life and package them in a way that will fit her rebellious sexual persona. Media outlets and gossip sites comment on her outlandish statements while reproducing photos of Fox and information about the men's magazines where they appear. As a result, the men's magazines raise their value as a place where people can both read about and see Fox. Meanwhile, Fox gains value as a sexual object men can look at. Fox sells her exaggerated personal stories and her sexuality to magazines and, by extension, an audience of men to gain value as a celebrity. So why is she talking about this in the New York Times Magazine? The New York Times Magazine has a different target audience than men's magazines, an audience that imagines itself to be more refined and more intellectual. Rather than offer more exaggerated, provocative stories, Fox presents herself as a reflective, cunning entrepreneur. She does this not simply to lay bare a behind-the-scenes view of what life is like as a sexualized celebrity. She does it in an effort to increase her audience, and by extension, her value as a celebrity commodity. She takes her personal story of being a celebrity and packages it in a way that will appeal to an audience that wants to see itself as sophisticated. So that's more of an exaggerated, heightened, hyperbolic version of what I'm arguing is much more widespread in our world: the drive to package and sell yourself. In part 3, we'll look at an example that applies to a lot more people: dating apps.